So I'm going to dive into the actual components of what these two different sides of the stack look like. I'll mention again, the most important takeaway is that if you're using Excel 2013 today, you already have the ability to consume a lot of the services that we're going to go over. If we have enough time at the end, I'll also show off a demo of this so you can see what it looks like in real life to be able to make that call for yourself. So we'll start with the Excel story. There are a couple of different tools that are now part of the Excel package that allow you to consume data that previously you would not be able to do. The first major component is what's known as Power Query. Power Query hooks into Excel and allows you to reach out to a huge variety of different data sources. I think many of us think of data as a source living inside a database that's running off of some server sitting inside our corporate network. And it can certainly do that. It can connect to some SQL server running inside your environment. But it can do much, much more. It can connect to other types of internal data sources, things like Active Directory or Exchange. It can connect to alternate vendors' platforms, things like IBM's DB2 or MySQL. It can connect into those. It can also connect to items that we don't traditionally think of as being a relational database source, something like Facebook or even CRM. It can go out, hook into that system, and pull the data down via an OData feed. Finally, in addition to being able to do all of that, as well as more advanced features like Hadoop, it can also search the public internet. And this is probably the biggest, I would say, win for small businesses, in that you may not have large amounts of data already in relational databases within your environment. But every one of us on a regular basis is going out and looking for information that's already publicly available that we could consume. The best part of Power Query is not only does it let you access those public data sources, it allows you to apply repeatable mechanisms to the data source to clean it up. I mentioned earlier that a large number of people at big organizations spend time cleaning up data every single day. If you spend more than 6 hours a day in Excel, you're probably one of these individuals. And certainly those people get very good at what they do, but a lot of what they do is repeatable and can be automated. And in the past, that may have required a very expensive software package. Now that can be done within Excel itself. I can go through, grab a data source that changes. Wikipedia is probably the best example of this. Many of us would trust Wikipedia for a spot check to say, oh, I'm going to look at this. The example we have here is the list of S&P 500 companies. Well, that's true for today, let's say. And I would be able to go out there and get that information and use it. But what happens a week from now, or a month from now, or 6 months from now when that list changes? I have no idea. Is the format going to stay the same? Is it going to be slightly altered? The big benefit of using Power Query is you can automate and clean up that data to take it from something that seems unstructured. It looks like it's in a table, but there may be some formatting changes. There may be some capitalization or some object types that you need to switch. You can apply repeatable rules to that source of information so that when those changes take place on the back end, all I have to do is click refresh. It will go out to the public information source. It'll grab that data. It'll apply the exact same cleanup policies I did the first time, and it will present the updated data to me. So it has the capability of saving hundreds of hours for individuals who are refreshing data in that manner.